What the hell is going on with Ryan Garcia? From being famous for being one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the entire world, to now being famous because he's allegedly been kidnapped and has people trying to hunt him down. What's really going on? After his loss against Gervonta "Tank" Davis, Ryan Garcia has been quickly spiraling down. He was once hailed as the future of boxing, the future PFP king. But controversies have been continuously riddling down the young champ. It is almost synonymous with his name, with those TMZs always on his tail.
What's the plan from here, can I ask?
Come back stronger, make changes, come back stronger, and rack up some wins, and hopefully down the line at the right time get a rematch.
In this video, we're going to dig deep and really uncover what's going on inside the mind of Ryan Kingry Garcia. Is it true that there are actually people trying to kill him? And how do his past controversies contribute to what's happening to him today? On March 20, 2024, just months before his comeback fight against the undefeated Devin Haney, Ryan Kingry Garcia made the headlines of every sports column, journal, and even social media account for the wrong reasons. He's been killed. At least that's what he said in a number of cryptic social media posts. This happened almost a year after the dream fight happened in Nevada. Two undefeated fighters are trying to take the top spot in boxing. Gervonta "Tank" Davis versus Ryan Kingry Garcia. It was a non-title bout that took place at a catch weight of 136 pounds. There's no gold in the line, just legacies being gambled over. There's a lot of animosity and trash talk leading up to the fight. These are the two most entertaining fighters on and off the boxing ring. And it was sure hell entertaining watching them throw shots at each other at press conferences. Well, it's just their way to sell the fight. And if you're a boxing fan, you will know what happened to that fight. A sickening shot to the body made Garcia fall to his knees in the 7th round, tarnishing his spotless record in the process and making Gervonta "Tank" Davis the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Just brutal. Money-wise, it's still a win for Garcia though, as the fight managed to sell 1.2 million PPVs. Garcia made a hefty paycheck of a whopping $30 million. After the Tank fight, Ryan momentarily stepped out of the radar and made headlines once again, this time over a dispute between him and the Golden Boy Promotions. Just months later, it was announced that Garcia would be back in the boxing ring after a year, as he would fight undefeated champion Devin Haney once again. But bizarre things overshadowed the fight itself. People noticed that Garcia is gradually changing. He's not the same guy as before he lost to Tank. A lot of Garcia's demeanor changed. In the PBD podcast in February, Ryan Garcia's antics were shown throughout the podcast. First off was his voice. Ryan was somewhat high-pitched, like a chain smoker, and had a drunken voice, which are common to some influencers.
He must have been cutting corners, because he could have won all those fights.
Another thing that his fans noticed was his inability to focus on the topic in hand. In the podcast, there were numerous times that Garcia would shift the topic from time to time, or just look at his phone and doze off. There were also times that he seemed uneasy, which was uncharacteristic of Garcia, as he was often a cool and collected guy. Some argued that it was just on one podcast. He was just not himself that day, which is understandable considering the harsh workouts and environment these fighters were in. But just less than a month later, on another podcast, this time on The Helwani Show, his antics remain the same. His voice, his demeanor, everything. Some are even comparing him to Kanye West, who also suddenly changed his behavior over the past few months. People were starting to ask questions. Has he become an alcoholic? Or worse, drug addiction? Did he become depressed over his loss to Tank? Or over his dispute with his promotion? Did he have gambling problems? What's happening to the famed Ryan Garcia? Questions continue to circulate, but little did they know that was only the beginning. Things turned pretty dark quickly. Ryan Garcia has tons of followers on Instagram and on X, with his Instagram account reaching 10 million followers. Kingry started his outburst on social media, attacking the social media influencer turned boxer Jake Paul. Jake Paul then responded to Ryan Garcia.
Ryan, I love you. You know that, bro, but you gotta chill out, bro. Because, like, there's a line and people, you just seem like you're losing your mind. And acting thirsty and desperate and saying you're a billionaire when you had one money fight.
Garcia tweeted in response, "Okay, enough, it's on. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna end this Jake Paul boxing thing. Bring it on, Jake. I'm dead serious. Q, hit my team up." Then the avalanche continued. Ryan would later post a cryptic message with the 666 symbol and then delete it. However, he did take to Instagram for another puzzling video that said, "The death of Ryan Garcia." Bill Haney was right on that one. The same night, Garcia's ex-wife expressed her concern for Ryan on social media. In an Instagram story, she said, "I know in my heart he is being heavily oppressed. This is not a troll. I'm genuinely concerned, and so are all his family members." Ryan would then explain all of his behaviors the next day when he posted a video on X. But yeah, it did more harm than good.
Not in possession of my phone. I can't get access to my Instagram. My cards are locked. All those are lies. And, they try to put me in jail. They're blocking my cards. I can't access my money. Nobody's hitting me back. I don't know what's going on, but just know I'm okay. Look.
The video spread like wildfire, not just in the boxing world, but throughout social media. The disturbing behavior of Garcia continued in the following days, especially in an X Spaces stream where he was joined by the also controversial Andrew Tate. In this, Garcia said,
"Demon Grove is real. They tied me down and they made me watch, dog. I absolutely don't give a anymore. Yes, I lost it. They're raping little kids."
Yeah, the bizarre string of things started to get more grim. The next day, Garcia continued giving his thoughts on Bohemian Grove, which is home to a men's-only club in Sonoma County, California. He spent over an hour posting vague and mysterious messages, over 30 in total, about his alleged incident with the group. After a 2-hour absence from the platform, Garcia returned to state that he would not be speaking, tweeting, or writing anything other than his upcoming fight, boxing topics, and other sports. And he did. For the next few days, he would only tweet about boxing-related topics and Devin Haney. Garcia accused Haney of taking banned substances and said that he was going to bite Haney's ear off, a nod to the infamous Tyson Holyfield accident. Garcia would then suggest that Haney needs police protection for the fight. Garcia isn't hiding what his intentions are for Haney in their upcoming bout. He tweeted that he wants to kill his opponent, referring to Haney as Devil Haney in his social media. It was getting so out of hand that the New York Boxing Commission had no choice but to interfere. In a video posted to X, Garcia explained that he was subjected to a mental health evaluation before his big fight with Haney. Ryan Garcia was eventually cleared by the New York Boxing Commission after passing the evaluation and drugs tests. The fight was on. All that was left were weigh-ins and the fight. The weigh-in was more chaotic. Garcia missed weight by 3.2 pounds right after chugging some beer before getting to the scale. As expected, Garcia took to social media to air out his thoughts, and he did not seem bothered one bit about missing the chance to win Haney's WBC super lightweight title. He bragged about having a 3-pound advantage over Haney and that winners do what they have to do. The only disadvantage was that Garcia was ineligible to take the belt from Haney. But Kingery seemed to not care about belts. He just wanted to destroy that man. And on fight night, he certainly did. He mauled Devin Haney. He proved that he still got it. He's not washed, and Kingery was back. Garcia tarnished Haney's perfect record of winning by a majority decision. At the post-fight press conference, Kingery explained all his antics leading up to the fight, and he revealed that he got everybody fooled.
I didn't really want to say this, but it's the truth. Everybody needs to acknowledge, I'm tripping. Y'all was tripping, not me. You guys were tripping. I was the one that was actually with sanity.
He also insisted that the videos were pre-recorded to make people think he was crazy.
Come on, God, you really thought I was crazy?
If that was the case, it was one hell of a PR stunt for the champ, because it definitely did its thing. It sold pay-per-views, it sold tickets. We wanted to know what's going to happen, and he got the whole world watching. If that were true, that was just genius. Garcia was not away with the controversies though, as he tested positive for the banned substance Osteride. As of now, it is not clear who Garcia's next fight will be. What do you think he's going to pull off next? And will he he get his revenge against Gervonta Tank Davis?